What is up, guys? It is Brandon here from The Refined Investor, where we go over business, investing, and passive income. Now, today, this video has been on my mind, well, actually for a while now, and it is the 8 things that so many people are doing that are keeping them broke. And don't get me wrong, I'm even guilty of doing most of these. Now, I've set myself up to live a life where I try to not do any of these, but there was definitely a time in my life when I did a couple of these, if not each and every one at different parts of my life. So I just want to share my experience, 8 things that made me broke for a period of time that are probably making you broke, and what you can do to fix it. So if you haven't been to my channel or seen any of my videos, welcome to my channel. Obviously, subscribe if you like this content, give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and of course comment below if you have any questions whatsoever as I get back to everyone. So without further ado, let's get into the first thing. So I'm sure you guys have heard of the phrase keeping up with the Joneses. If you haven't, let me give you a little rundown of it. It's essentially keeping up with the person on your street, in your apartment, on your block, what have you, and trying to keep up with their lifestyle. So if they're going out and buying a brand new Mercedes or BMW, you want to go out and buy a new Mercedes or BMW. If they, upgrade their kitchen in their house, you want to do that. It's keeping up with the Joneses. And it's so easy for people to fall into this trap of just keeping up with, people who they look up to or idolize, in a certain way. Now, this is more of a mindset, I feel like, than anything. And it's thinking that, hey, this person has this, and this, I don't have that stuff, so I need to obtain it too. And then maybe I think that I'll feel like them. But that's almost always not the case. Once you get what they have, you are always wanting more, and then you're kind of in this never-ending cycle of just trying to reach the next level of happiness. So my advice is this, and it's pretty simple. So, most of the stuff that you want or you think you want, you don't need, and then once you get it and obtain it, it lost its kind of like new shiny syndrome mentality. So, obviously, if there's things that you really want in life, and you've wanted them for a long period of time, and it's not just like a new shiny thing, then obviously you can go after those things in the long run, but don't try to keep up with everyone, because I can guarantee you that will make you broke. Okay, number 2, and this is a big one, and it is ignoring your debts. And whether that be credit card debt, whether that be personal loan debt, whether that be student loan debt, the first and foremost thing that you guys should be doing if you don't want to stay broke is paying off all that debt. And again, it's much easier said than done, and it's going to take a while depending on how much you owe, how much you make in your current personal situation. But some of the interest rates on some of this debt is insane. Like take credit cards, for example. You can be paying anywhere, I've seen, from 17 to like 28% on your credit cards, and that's just on interest each and every month on top of what you owe the credit card company. So you want to be paying off all these debts, like I said, whether it's personal loan debt, whether it's student loan debt or credit card debt, but especially pay off the fastest you can credit card debt and personal loan debt. And then, of course, after a while, pay off the student loan debt if you have that. But definitely credit card debt is one of those debts that you want to pay off as fast as possible. And this perfectly leads us into the third thing that's making you broke, and that's using money that you don't have, spending money that you don't have. And that's going to be buying things on a credit card that you don't have money in the bank right now to pay for, taking out loans for things that you need to pay for right now that you don't have the cash to pay for, etc. Now, for business purposes, trying to create wealth, create income, yeah, of course you can get a business loan, but I'm talking about personal loans, like whether that be auto loans or personal loans just to finance a certain type of lifestyle, or buying things on credit card because, again, you want that instant gratification. You want to get it now, and you don't want to wait until you can afford it in cash. And the reason why this is such a problem is because you're only setting yourself up for failure in the future. One thing that I've learned, and that you guys can learn, is delayed gratification rather than instant gratification. And delayed gratification is exactly what it sounds like. It's waiting. We all want things, but waiting until the right time to get them, until we can reasonably afford them. And we don't have to actually take out personal loans or charge it on credit cards with money we don't have. So that's one thing that you definitely want to avoid, is spending money that you don't readily have in cash. So the fourth thing is really near and dear to my heart because it's just a huge thing in my life, and that's having a budget, or having a planner, a budget planner that does someone that does it for you, or you doing it yourself. And what having a budget ultimately does is holds you accountable for yourself in your own personal finances. Because if you don't know what you're spending on food every month, your car payment, streaming subscriptions, your mortgage, homeowners insurance, HOA fees if you live, in a home or a condo that you own, things like that. If you don't know where your money's going, how do you expect to get out of debt and not stay broke for the rest of your life? So there are many tools out there to help you track your finances. You can use stuff like mint.com, or just simply have your own Excel file or Google Sheets file on hand where you manually go in and punch in the numbers each and every month. Just having something to track your expenses is going to greatly help you out in the long run and get out of debt. The fifth thing that's making you broke is failing to invest in yourself. And what I mean by that is investing in yourself via courses, via fitness, and just overall mental health and well-being. It takes a lot to be a high achiever. You have to have stamina mentally and physically. So just getting on a good fitness routine is going to help you not only physically, but it's going to help you perform better when it comes to finances. People who are getting up early, getting things done, etc. There are so many courses that you can take nowadays to better yourself in different areas. If you want to learn how to drop ship, there's a course for that. If you want to learn how to do Amazon FBA, there's a course for that. If you want to learn how to become a fitness trainer, there's a course for that. The possibilities are really endless, but it's investing in yourself, spending some time, spending some money, and really trying to get better in different areas of life that's going to help you make more money and not stay broke in the long run. So the sixth thing that is keeping you broke is what's called emotional spending. And that's when people get depressed. Sometimes they go online and they spend money. Nowadays with Amazon, 1-2-click ordering, it's so easy to let your emotions get the best of you and just go buy things to make you quote unquote feel better. But that's one thing that is really, really dragging some people down and preventing them from getting ahead and keeping them broke is basically just emotional spending and emotional buying. So if you can control your emotions when it comes to emotional spending, that's going to help you a lot in the short term and the long term and not staying broke. The seventh thing that's keeping you broke is something that so many people do, and it's a hard habit to break, and that is too much TV, Netflix, and social media binging. So I know people who, the moment the clock strikes 5 o'clock and they're out of work, they're immediately on their cell phone, they're watching TikTok, they're scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Then when they get done with that, they're going to Netflix, etc. And before they know it, it's already 10:30 at night. They've wasted all that time, 5-6 hours just mindlessly scrolling. and watching different things. Just think of the time that you're wasting, these people are wasting, that could be doing other things such as bettering themselves, with courses, learning new things, and finding ways to create multiple streams of income. So ultimately, cutting down your social media time, your Netflix time, your TV time is going to be a big thing that's going to help you increase your income and get out of debt and just start earning more money. Okay, and the 8th and final thing that is keeping you broke is not having any financial plans or goals. So if you don't know where you want to be, how can you start creating the steps to work up to that place? So many people that I know, and I myself at one time or another, had no goals of where I wanted to be, how much income I wanted to create, how much money I wanted to create, where I wanted to go in life, etc. And so really having that set plan and having those goals, those small attainable goals, and then those much longer term goals are going to help you set up a plan to put in place to really get you where you want to be. All right, guys, well, those are my 8 things that are keeping you broke. And when I mean you, not necessarily you, but the general population. Now, if you guys agreed with me or disagreed with me, let me know in the comments below. It'll be interesting to see what everyone has to say. So if you guys found this information valuable today, if you agreed, please consider giving the video a thumbs up. It greatly helps out my channel. And of course, if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe to my channel as I'm putting out a few videos a week. All right, guys. Well, until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.